Now, on the Health Watch, from the office to managing your family, let's face it, life can be stressful, you know this, but there are some simple and unusual tricks that you may not know about that can help you kick stress to the curb. Neurologist and natural mindful living expert Dr. Romie is here. And we've been practicing some of these that you're going to have to wait for just a couple of minutes because I think you're going to want to see some of this. Let's start by talking about symptoms. What are we talking about here with all this?
Tom, you know what happens? As you know, naturally our bodies are designed to help us during times of acute stress. But in this modern day world we live in, it's often really hard to soothe ourselves under chronic stress, like job stress. So here are some simple and maybe even a little silly tips that actually really help with stress.
This one, really? Eating celery and applying lip balm?
I know, right?
How does that explain?
I had to look that up too because when we're stressed, I want to chew on chocolate. How about you?
Well, no, I do, and a lot of it.
Me too.
With a big glass of milk.
Oh, nice. But here's the thing with celery, it's crunchy, and the actual motion of moving the jaw loosens up muscles in the face that often become very tense during stress. But there's a special chemical in celery that is actually an anti-stress chemical for the brain.
Wow. Okay. What about lip balm? How does that work?
You know, there's a lot of sensory modalities in the lips, and when we press our lips together or apply lip balm, or even better, getting a nice kiss, it actually helps to release oxytocin, which reduces the stress levels in the brain.
Okay, and washing your hands in the middle of the workday can also help?
It is. Warm water on the hands induces the parasympathetic or the relaxation mechanism of the brain. These simple tricks that no one may notice you're even doing in the office.
And another one of them is doing some things that, I don't know, maybe we did as children, or if you're some of us, you still do, that can help relieve stress. So what are we talking about here?
Tom, you know, when we're stressed, the creative center of our brains shuts down, so it's okay to doodle. And
we talked about that several months back.
We did. But here's one thing that the viewers may not know. Aside from being a doctor, I'm also a certified yoga teacher. And there is something in yogic breathing called the lion's breath, making a funny face. Let's do this together. We inhale in, cross the eyes, and and if anything, it cues laughter, which elevates.
Can you hear all the thumbs working on Twitter right now?
Tweeting us on the brand new social media wall.
Really? So making a silly face?
Making a silly face will actually relax
If I'm stressed and I do one of those, it's going to help me, right? See, look at that. It makes you laugh.
It helps me laugh, and all the stress disappears.
I mean, some of it, it's kind of logical, especially because it makes you giggle. It's fascinating to talk about, though.
Simple,
chewing on celery.
10 seconds to switch the brain from a stress mode to a relaxation mode.
That sounds good to me.
And then going on with the day in a simple way.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, Dr. Romie. Good to see you.
Always, Tom.